Hey, you guys, Stuart Fiddle on the Most Targeted Citizen. Hope you're having a good day. I'm toured. Been getting this, trying to get this project done and spending money I don't have. So any help you can give me would be wonderful. Got the truck moved back over to my property so I don't disturb my neighbor. But we got most of the fine work done. I know it doesn't look fine, but trust me, it's finer than it looks. Got all that done. Got this berm put in, or knocked the berm back down. Got it about as level as I actually wanted, a little high on the side so the water didn't get up through there, but it's all funneled right in there. All this is gravel, French drain, and then put the dirt on top. Got about 3 to 4 inches of dirt all the way through here. Got it all covered in, colored in. Yes, back when I was allowed to have a career, I did this for a living. I don't have any more pipe. I didn't really want to buy any more, to be honest with you. Will I probably get more in the future? Probably. I'll probably do that, but I don't want to. Like I said, this I shouldn't have to pay for this. The neighbor should have to pay for this destruction, not me. And I'm a tenant. A tenant. Shouldn't have to repair anything here. Had a gorgeous yard until neighbor. And let me, for the people that don't understand organized gang stalking, some people that are involved, I'm not like a lot of these TIs. They want to blame everything on everybody. A lot of these TIs are totally oblivious to what they're doing to you. A lot of the perps don't know that they're gang stalking you. Mind control can be used on any person, anywhere, at any time. They can just drop a thought into someone's head, and they don't need anything. All they got to do is go through your trash, get your DNA, and through your DNA, they can get your resonant frequency. Don't ask me the process. I've left links and videos for that process for how they get it. And they tell you, once we have your resonant frequency, we can tap into your mind, read your thoughts. Not only read your thoughts, but we can implant thoughts there as well. You don't have to believe me, but they're just now coming out and telling you with this whole Neuralink that Elon Musk is doing. Everybody sees him as the good guy. You're either spirit-filled, born-again Christian, or you're a bad guy. I don't care how much you donate to charity. I don't care how many homeless people you house. I don't care how nice and polite you are to everyone around you. If you don't have the Lord Jesus Christ in your heart and you don't turn from your evil, wicked ways, you are on the wrong side and you will burn in hell for eternity. I'm sorry, those are just the rules. So, for all the targeted individuals that we have a difference in opinion, I'm sorry. That's okay. I'll still love you. I'll still do whatever I can to help you. But let me tell you this. For all the ones who say, I know my next door neighbor's in on this. I know there's a directed energy weapon in his house and he's frying me every day. Think about this. They would never, ever take the chance of you kicking in your next door neighbor's door, running in there, and finding a directed energy weapon. They wouldn't take that chance. Do they want you to hate your neighbor? Absolutely. If you look at all the random acts of violence and say, well, he was just a quiet guy, and then he started acting strange at one time, and then he killed his next door neighbor. We don't know why. They got along just fine. And all one day, he went crazy. That's the point. They want to drive you crazy until you react, until you commit a crime, and then they're going to come after you and put you in jail or in an insane asylum. A Facebook friend, I need to preface my conversation about that. A Facebook friend lives in California, and these people on Facebook hate me. People everywhere hate me, and that's okay. I'm a targeted individual. I'm used to it. But last week, she posted a picture of this big RV. I'm buying this, and finally, I'm going to be free. I get out of California, and there'll be no more gang stalkers. And I said, you said, what? Huh? No more gang stalkers. Oh, you're just going to get in your car and drive away from them. Oh, perfect plan. Except they're everywhere. They're in every area code. Gang stalkers are everywhere. Anywhere there's somebody that doesn't want to work hard and doesn't mind terrorizing people for a living, there they are. So it doesn't matter if I moved from Claremont, where I lived at, to Valdez. They were there. When I left from Valdez back to my mom and dad's house in Conover, they were there. When I left Conover and came to Longview, they were here. They're everywhere. These people are everywhere. They are a cancer in society. You're not going to outrun them. You're not going to outthink them. You're not going to get away. So anyone that thinks that me building a houseboat, that I think my problems are over, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Don't misconstrue what I'm telling you. My problems are not going to be over. I'm going to have a whole different bunch of problems, but I'm going to eliminate as many as I can along the way. If I'm on the water, they just can't pull up to the front door when I walk out and walk on in my home like they do now. If I'm on the water, Longview cops aren't going to have anything to bitch about. Are they still going to bitch that, oh, I'm dangerous, and they're going to share all their information? Fine, the information being shared about me everywhere. I don't care about that. But I'm going to try to eliminate as many issues with gang stalking that I can. Why? You're not going to stop the gang stalkers, but you have to take away anything they can use against you. So if you got 10 cars, you better get rid of 9 of them, keep one for yourself, because they're going to vandalize every single car until you finally break. Anything in your life that you can't, that you can live without, get rid of it. And especially, let me say this: this dear girl has a bird, and supposed her vet has documented that her bird is being hit with directed energy, just like her, just like me. We're not allowed. Why, Mason? Why can't we have an aquarium?
Because they hit them with directed energy weapons and they fall in their belly and die.
Just die. You shouldn't be letting your 10-year-old son say. Listen, because I know how to grow fish. Back when I wasn't a hard-targeted individual, I had $5,000 worth of fish. I know exactly the pH levels. I know exactly what fish I'm doing. I know everything I need to know about keeping fish alive. And when I put brand new fish in a tank and I wait, and a day later they're dead, and I come back and replace them, check the pH, and I don't have to change anything because everything's perfect, and the fish die again. And then I try it a third time and they die again. I can take an apple, peel it, put it above my head at night, and when I wake up the next morning, the apple looks like it's been sitting out in the sun for a year. That's how much these directed energy weapons just fry everything. Everything it touches, it fries. Havana syndrome, anyone? If anybody wants to talk about the Havana syndrome, just like the LA Times reporter said, it sounds to me like these targeted individuals aren't crazy after all, because they've been telling us they're hitting with these exact same weapons for the last 20 years, and we didn't believe them. I am the canary in the coal mine. But my friend has a parrot, and I told her, honey, I know you love your animal, but if you love that animal, give it to someone else. Mason, what's in Gobby's nose every morning we get up?
Blood.
Why would blood be in our animal's nose?
Because it's been hit with directed energy weapons.
Airplane. So it's not going to stop. All you can do is try to eliminate as many of the problems that you have. When I go to the lake, I'm going to eliminate the traffic of them driving by. Where I'm going to put my boathouse, it's going to look so obvious that boats are going round and round and round me. When I move to the lake, I'm going to try to eliminate the obvious gang stalking, driving back and forth, backward. And guess what? When I move to the lake and these planes are still dive bombing over me, what are you guys going to say then? Oh, well, they're going to put an airport there. They're going to put an they're testing seaplanes to teach these pilots how to land on the water.
They moved their airport.
They moved the airport. Look, directly overhead. Here, you die down. See, look. Forgive me, Lord. Directly over my head. Everywhere I go. You're not going to stop gang stalkers. Just like with a thief, you can't do anything but slow them down. So when I move to the water, I'm going to get rid of everything I own. I'm going to liquidate my life just so I can live out on the water. Because then, if the airplanes start coming over, then what are the trolls going to say then? Oh, the airplanes always flew there. You just moved in there. You moved under their flight path. That's what they're going to say. Well, when I move down there to a lake that doesn't have hardly anybody on it, literally, there's not many people at all on this lake. And it's amazing to me. As soon as I mentioned moving to this lake, within a few months, they started plans on putting in a kayak park right up above where I'm going to put my houseboat. Just out of the blue, going to put in a campground and a kayak park. I'm going to take that as a blessing from God, because that's going to make the real estate go up. And guess what? When I'm ready here in probably 3 or 4 more years, after my houseboat is up, operational, and rocking and rolling, then I'm going to sell it for a huge amount of money, and then I'm going to cash out, and I'm going to go to Amazon. I'm going to go wherever I have to go to get away from this. So, targeted individuals, don't think I'm being hateful. Don't think I'm treating you any different than anyone else. But I'm telling you, your next door neighbor more than likely, they're more than likely not in on it. Are they being mind controlled? I absolutely believe it, because they mind controlled my family. They mind controlled my sister to have me incarcerated into a nut house. To what? Ensure that I'm not allowed to get my gun rights back. They mind controlled the woman I live with to put me in there for God knows what reason. The judge even falsified the department, the paperwork to put me in there. He said in there that I was violent, and Tina never said I was violent. Tina never once told that judge, the magistrate, that I was violent to her at all. Never said that. But they put that on the paperwork. That way it sets it up. Oh, he was violent. He was, danger, Will Robertson, danger. That's where we're at. So don't think there's a directed energy weapon next door. Don't think you're going to cut the wall out and move in. Everywhere you go, they will be there. If I announce right now, I've got to go to Home Depot, I need to buy fertilizer, what's going to happen when we get there, Mason?
Either almost all the fertilizer's probably going to be gone, and there's going to be a lot of people there.
Where at?
At Home Depot.
Where at in Home Depot?
Where the fertilizer's at.
Right where the fertilizer is, because every time we go there, what is it?
We're getting gain stock, and almost all the time, the stuff we need isn't there.
And what about all the other aisles in the store?
They're empty, but the one we're in is slap full.
Slap full. You're indoctrinating that poor child. Oh my God, you sent them hello, call social services. I'm Stuart Pidlone, Jethro. This is what we're doing. From that part of their yard all the way around, French drain, all the way to the end here. We're getting ready to seed it and fertilize. Well, I don't have fertilizer. I'm going to put the seed. I did not know this is how long I've been out of the grass business. Kentucky 31. When I walked away from my business, my love, the business I started and blew up. I mean, it was massive. It made me ungodly amount of money. When I gave up and walked away from my dream of owning my own business, Kentucky 31 was $46 a bag. And now a 50-pound bag is $150. I was shocked. So I got what I could get. It's going to be very light. I don't expect grass to grow back here, but I got to put it down. Going to put straw down. I know I don't have enough straw. I know I don't have enough seed. I know all this. There's nothing I can do about it, but I'm going to use what I got because I got to get this houseboat done. So I'm going to seed it right now, get all that covered in, and then we've got to work on these pontoons quickly. Once I get it seeded, then I'm going to take this truck. Hopefully my neighbor pulls out soon. He should be home a little bit. If he pulls out, then I'm going to back that trailer right there all the way in here. I'm going to back it all the way down to here. And I'm going to park it. And I'm going to get these pontoons pulled out. We're going to start sanding them down, getting them level on top. We're going to put the covering over top of them. We're going to fill them flat full of these bottles that we've got. And they'll be ready to go to the lake. So what we'll do, the first load, I'll get all this metal onto my trailer, get all that loaded up, and be ready. But here's another thing I've got to, since they've helped my Bronco rust out, because I've told you about them using muriatic acid and things that make your vehicles rust. I still got to spend $150 on the Bronco to get the floor sealed up so there's no more rust in it. So they're just dollaring me to death. Whenever money's not coming in, they make sure they take it. So if you can help, please help me and my family. I'm Channing Townsend at yahoo.com. That's my PayPal address. Any help is greatly appreciated, and I desperately need it. I'm fighting for the life of me and my family here. I'm fighting for the life of every targeted individual out there right now that's being terrorized to death. And every day, more people are becoming targeted individuals. And it's not going to stop until you are victims too. It ain't about me stealing money from little old ladies. It's me trying to bring awareness. Because I don't spend money on me. Do I, Mason? Ever. Tina had to pretty much fight me just to buy me a pair of tennis shoes because I don't spend money on me. Every dime I spend is to get out of here or to build up our life off grid. To try to get away from it and try to be self-sufficient and self-sustaining. Because with Agenda 30 and Agenda 21, they're moving everybody to the city, so they're easier to round up. I was in the country, 10 acres of land, had a wonderful life, and they took it all. And majority of targeted individuals, that's what's happening. And with the Green New Deal agenda, they're going to be their point. They're going to say, you're not capable of living carbon-free lifestyle. So we're going to build it for you. We're going to put you all in these little pods. It's like, look at China. Look how they're living. What's happening in China is happening here, okay? This social credit score in China was tested here in America first on people like me. That's coming full force right now in America, because if you dare speak out, you'll go on a watch list. Just like when by the local law enforcement said, you're dangerous, you're violent. All because what? Because I asked questions of my government. Because of my words. Didn't break the law, but my words. And they know that my words are effective. No matter how much they block me, no matter how much they shadow ban me, no matter how much they troll me and put the thumbs down, no matter how much they do that, I'm still here, I'm still fighting, I'm still speaking the same truth I did 4 years ago when I started, and I'm not going to stop until my dying breath, and I'm going to say that Jesus is Lord, that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I'm going to say, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord, and I'm going to tell you, I am a targeted individual, and I'm fighting for every free human alive. Stuart Pidlone, the most targeted citizen. Like, share, and subscribe. This is back up. Go to the most targeted citizen channel. That's my main channel. It will be activated here very, very soon. Jesus loves you. I love you. Pray for me. Pray for my family. Pray for your perpetrators. Always pray in Jesus' name. God bless.